My name's Courtney Lock. I am 28 years old. I'm from Harare, Zimbabwe. I'm born and bred African. I lived in Zimbabwe till I was 12 years old. Then I got a scholarship to the ITF Development Tennis Academy in South Africa. I played college tennis. I did 4 years of college tennis, and now I play professionally on the ATP Challenger Tour. I play for Zimbabwe. I love it. I've played Davis Cup for the last 10 years alongside my brother, and we love our country, we love our continent, we love our people, so we're very passionate. A little funny word that we say in Zimbabwe is hande, which means like let's go, you know. So a lot of times we say Zimbabwe oye hande, means like let's go Zimbabwe, you know. It was Davis Cup, to be honest. When we were 4 or 5 years old, we went to the city sports arena in Harare, and there was the two Black brothers, Byron and Wayne Black, that played, and they were, both got to number 1 in doubles, and they played against America. And we were in the stands watching, and we watched a lot of Davis Cup, and there was no professional tennis in Zimbabwe. So my dad took us to go and watch the matches, and my dad was actually commentating because he played Davis Cup before. He didn't play on the Pro Tour, but he played Davis Cup. And then seeing, I've got 2 older sisters as well, and seeing Benji kind of, created the path for me, and I always wanted to follow him and idolized him. I'd say tennis is probably 3 or 4, but no, it has a rich history. I think, with Byron and Wayne, with getting Davis Cup to quarterfinals of World Group and things like this, there's following. And when we play Davis Cup at home, it's packed. People love it, and there's a big following there. But I think every federation has similar things, but in Africa there's challenges economically, so there's not as much professional tennis as what we would like. I mean, obviously we have the federation there, but for the last 10 years it's been my brother and I kind of keeping it together. We had another guy, Takani, who got to 200 and something in singles, but yeah, I think it's a little bit disappointing that there isn't a new generation coming through. And my brother and I will be playing for the next 5 to 7 years, but after that, I'm a bit scared of what the federation and what the tennis in Zimbabwe will look like. But hopefully they're trying, to correct that and going forward. My brother and I have a foundation called the Lock Tennis Foundation, and we've been collecting tennis rackets and grips and shirts and shoes and balls and bags, and for years, for about 10-15 years. But we just want to make sure when we launch it we allocate it right, and we want to go and build some courts in the rural areas and give back a bit. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, and we'll definitely be putting a lot of time back. And we'd love to also go through to different countries in Africa, go to a Zambia, Malawi, a Seychelles, a Tanzania, where they don't get to see professional tennis, and do some exhibitions and do some kids clinics. So this is the goal. I think the best thing we can do as Africans is try and give the kids the opportunities to just have at least a racket and balls and facilities to play. You might not be able to pay for them to travel and to go, but if they have talent, you'll be able to see it, and you can rise through that. To be honest, obviously I'm blessed with my family, but my parents couldn't afford for both my brother and I to travel and to play, and they couldn't afford it. And luckily we got a scholarship to the ITF Academy. Without them, I don't know if we could have got to where we are now. So Africa definitely needs help, but I think it's getting better. And as long as we give, as you said, if there's a presence and there's visibility, and you can at least see, okay, this person has talent, let's try to develop that talent, because the continent has a lot of talent, that's for sure. I think it's better if I'm on the ITF players panel. I'm the African representative. This is my 4th year as the representative. But if you look at the amount of tournaments we had in Africa, if you take 2022 and 2021, there was only 1 ATP 250, 1 challenger, and there was about 6 or 7 futures outside of that. You look at it now, we've got multiple challengers in Africa. We've got multiple futures in different countries, in Congo, in Senegal, in Kampala, and a lot in South Africa. So professional tennis has definitely come up, and you can see the rankings of Africans going up. Also the juniors, there's a lot more junior events. When I was playing, there wasn't that many junior events. Now I see there's a lot of J100, J300. So I think it's on the up. I think definitely in the last 2-3 years, you know, with these kind of tournaments and these investment, there's been an increase. It was one of the most special events I've been a part of. You know, it's the African Games, it's once every 4 years, and it was an Olympic qualifier. Unfortunately, my brother lost in the final of singles in the third set, and we lost in the final of doubles. But it was an incredible experience. Not only, you know, we got a medal, silver medal for our country, which is very big, but it was also special to see, I think there was only 3 or 4 professional tennis players in Africa missing. It was basically the, you know, best players on the continent all in one place, and the competition was very high. The level was high, so it was, I think the next one is in Egypt, and we're obviously zeroing in on that and looking to try and qualify for Olympics. Everybody, hande ku Afro tennis.